U.S. China trade tariff pause has made global technology stocks breathe a sigh of relief. U.S. and China agree to suspend most tariffs on each other's goods, which shows a thawing of trade tensions between the world's two largest economies. U.S. China trade deal has brought temporary relief from escalating trade war roiling the global economy. Global equity markets cheer on this big news, particularly tech companies such as semiconductor firms and smartphone makers, which were hit heavily by the eye-watering tariffs in April, while investors concern about that trade tensions would threaten to disrupt supply chains and hurt U.S. biggest businesses. Magnificent Seven Group adds an aggregate $837.5 billion in market value on Monday after the so-called ceasefire on trade between U.S. and China. It marks the largest collective move for the group since April 9. In the U.S., Nvidia, which still faces a number of restrictions on the chips it is allowed to ship to China, was around 5% higher on Monday, while AMD was also up about 5%. Broadcom rose around 6% higher, while Qualcomm added about 5%. In Europe, ASML, a supplier of critical machinery, required to manufacture the most advanced chips, rallied 6%. Infineon was also sharply higher. Apple and Amazon, which exposed to China aggressively, whose shares have been under pressure this year, also surged in the wake of news. Apple, which still makes 90% of its iPhones in China, said during its earnings report this month that it expects tariffs will add $900 million to its cost for the current quarter. Apple shares rose about 6%. Amazon jumped 8% on Monday. Many sellers on Amazon rely on Chinese products. U.S.-listed Chinese tech stocks also surged. Chinese e-commerce giants Alibaba and JD.com were higher, alongside internet firm Baidu. The continuation of the rally will depend on the pace of negotiation, which investors will watch closely down the road.